The other back markers have got a big job. Gold Lottie hit the front, tackled by Keys. Keys has gone up to Gold Lottie at the 200 from Hosanna. Paladamar and Lilo Lil. Then Tully Thunder, but Keys in front of Gold Lottie. Keys just in front of Gold Lottie, and Keys gets home. A neck Gold Lottie, Lilo Lil third, Tully Thunder fourth. Paladamar and further back Hot Beat. Then the outside Magical Miss from Menang, further back Hosanna, followed by Wanmo. Well back in the race, Primary Vision. Yuga Chaka never came into it, followed by Alethea. The inside then Silk Vale, well back with Shower Elma and Moon Flute near the tail.
Winner there, 14 Keys, Craig Williams, 17.90, 5.50, 10 Gold Lottie, 3.10, 5 Lilo Lil, 2.50.
Number 14 Keys, out quickly, then got good cover behind them. Came out and tackled Gold Lottie, and Gold Lottie continued to fight back. But Keys has just gone home too well with the fighting Gold Lottie second. And third goes to number 5, Lilo Lil, 14, 10 and 5. Noticeable thing there was the back markers just didn't come into play. Magical Miss and Uga Chaka and Menang. Wanmo, all back markers. Uga Chaka just had to be checked halfway up the straight, but Magical Miss was certainly into the clear. And it was the on paces there. Gold Lottie and Keys fighting it out, and the best of the late finishes, or probably just off the speed, was Lilo Lil in front of Paladamar. And then Tully Thunder and Magical Miss has probably finished about sixth, beaten about 4 lengths in the run to the line. 14, 10, 5, 8 and 7 in 2-1.2. There's Track on Fire here, upgraded to fast, record 159.6, set by the Western Australian champ in the Australian Cup. And that's Northerly. And Keys gives Books another result here, number 14 at 19 even and 5.80.
All right, the Toads, 14 Keys, 17.90 the win, 5.50 a place, 10 Gold Lottie, 3.10, 5 Lolo Bill, Lil, 2.50, Quinella, 62.70, Exacta, 144.30, the trifecta, 14, 10 and 5, $1,295.10, and the first four, 14, 10, 5 and 8, $39,296.20.
Amy Victoria Derby, race 6-1, Viscount, 3.50, 2.70 in the openers. 2 Eustenoff, Patrick Payne, 2.20, 104 favourite. 3 Amalfi, Damien Oliver, $5.60, $2. 4 Sirkin Damon, 13 and 3. 5 Surinaba, 70 and 14. 6 Saturday Fever, 80 and 15. 7 Zarek, 40 and 8. Number 8 National Chase, 41 and 8. 9 Fantastic, 67 and 12. 10 Tully's Heel, 20 and 4. 11 Thunderhawk, 30 and 6. Toward the backs factor, 75 and 14. Favourite 2 Eustenoff, 2.20, 104. Brian goes 2 Eustenoff to beat 1, 3 and 4. 2, 1, 3, 4. Late mail 1, Viscount number 1. Event goes at 3 o'clock.
On 2KY Racing Radio, TAB dividends are brought to you by Aristocrat Pokey.
Inside Lilo Lil and getting away quickly Primary Vision. Hosanna right behind them in the early part, followed by Silk Vale and Gold Lottie. Keys is up there as well, trailed by Menang. As they settle past the 1,800 metres now, and it's Hot Beat retaining the inside narrowly from Keys, going through in the centre looking for the lead. Gold Lottie on the outer, followed by Hosanna, trapped out a little from Primary Vision. A length to Silk Vale on the inside of Lilo Lil, Paladamar wide. A length and a half Menang about midfield. Magical Miss on her outside, and just behind them Tully Thunder over on the rails, followed by Alethea, and then Uga Chaka by the 1,400. Moon Flute is third last. She's followed by Wanmo and about 3 lengths to Shah Ilma. Pace Generous, it's set by Hosanna today. Out to the 1,200, she's 2 lengths in front of Gold Lottie and Keys. Paladamar is in 4th placing, a length and a half to Hot Beat, 5th on the inside. From Primary Vision, 2 lengths to Silk Vale, a half to Lilo Lil. A length and a half, Tully Thunder and Menang, and they're trailed then by Magical Miss over on the outside from Alethea. Another 2 lengths break then to Moon Flute, is going forward 3 deep around the outside. Wanmo is on the rails, trailed by Uga Chaka. She's second last coming towards the home turn, and Shah Ilma. They've passed the 800. Hosanna's narrowly in front. As they sweep up towards the turn, Gold Lottie goes up to nearly join her. In behind these horses then is Keys on the inside of Paladamar, and then Primary Vision and Hot Beat. 2 lengths to Lilo Lil, about to let loose with her challenge, and pulled out wider. Then came Menang as they enter the straight, and then Silk Vale on the rail. Moon Flute coming very wide, and Magical Miss is just inside her, below the 400 metres, and Gold Lottie got to Hosanna. Paladamar's running on. Keys trying to work into the clear. Then Lilo Lil and Hot Beat, and Magical Miss a fair way back. Gold Lottie is tackled by Keys at the 200, and then Hosanna, Peladama and Lilo Lil. It's now Keys and Gold Lottie fighting it out. Keys put the head in front of Gold Lottie, and Keys wins the Wakefield by a neck to Gold Lottie. Lilo Lil third, and then came Tally Thunder, Peladama, Hot Beat and Magical Mess. Next in was Menang, and they were followed then by the weakening Hosanna, and back behind these to finish is Juan Mohuga. Chaka never came into it. Primary Vision, and then Silk Vale, Elathea, who's towards the tail with Shah Elmer, and Moon Flute has run last.
Keys, number 14, ridden by Craig Williams, trained by Clary Connors. Her form this campaign has been absolutely outstanding. She is a very, very good filly, Keys. 10 Gold Lottie second, $2.90, ridden by Darren Gauchi. 5 Lilo Lil, Darren Beedman, $2.30. $77 Quinella, Exacta $157.20. The trifecta $1,127 on the 5th. The only time she's been beaten this campaign, Keys, was in the Norman Robinson last time out, and she got galloped on and still ran a fair race. So Keys in the Wakefield, that paves the way for the first of the Group 1 races at Flemington this afternoon. Next is the Amy Victoria Derby over 2,500 for the 3-year-olds. The race is coming up at 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time, 2 p.m. for our viewers in Queensland. Now race 3 Doomben, they're behind the gates and they'll move in soon.
Races. Will it be Runs on Dreams winning here, number 2? Well, we'll soon know as they're all in the gates. 13.50 is the distance here. Royal Massine's rider is out of the saddle at the moment, young Georgie Scamone. Now he climbs back aboard Royal Massine. And the red light flashes. We'll soon see action. Waiting on the starter to go up onto his ladder, and he does now. Presses that button, and there they go. A very level dispatch. Royal Massine from the inside is the early leader, narrowly though from Sakana Shadow. Right up there is Southern Sal, and not far away as they settle down Planiceps. Runs on Dreams hustling up on the inside, and around the outside goes Ash Sind. A length and a half then to She's Purring, followed closely by Sri Lanka. Bondbird is second last, and dropping out to the tail of the field and wide Sermon Lane. On the first corner going down past the 850, and Royal Massine taken on and headed now by Ash Sind, Bernadette Cooper's ride. Third posse is Planiceps, and travelling fourth Southern Sal. Runs on Dreams is next from Sakana Shadow, and 2 to She's Purring, and then Sri Lanka, and a couple of lengths to Bondbird and Sermon Lane. Down past the 600 they go, and Ash Sind is the leader, a length on Planiceps. 2.5 third Royal Massine, fourth on the outer Southern Sal, and then Runs on Dreams, Sakana Shadow. She's Purring called upon by Nozi Tomazawa, and then a gap to Sri Lanka, Bondbird and Sermon Lane. Well into the straight, another leader comes onto the scene, Planiceps this time, and Planiceps 2 lengths Southern Cell. Runs on Dreams joining in, and so too She's Purring, and likewise Bondbird. They're right across the track down to the 150, and Bondbird very wide out, collars those on her inside. Away she goes, Bondbird. She's Purring second, but Bondbird from She's Purring photo third. Sri Lanka wide out, Runs on Dreams closer in, then Planiceps, Ash Sind, Southern Cell, Sakana Shadows, Sermon Lane, and Royal Massine finished at the rear of the field. Rem Quinn, Bondbird has got the money here. Number 5 Bondbird getting very wide in the straight, but plenty of galloping room, plenty of speed on. That's the way she liked it. And Bondbird, number 5, has proven too good and has paid $5 and $1.90. She's Purring in the middle. Looks to have got second, number 1. Oh, that horse on the outside is right up there. That's Sri Lanka. So let's have a look at the totes for number 1 at $2, and Sri Lanka wide out, number 3. She'll get third to the naked eye at $2.70. There they go now. Your 5, 1 and 3 official. Bondbird, Rod Quinn the winner, $5, $1.90. Number 1, She's Purring, Nozi Tomazawa second at $2, and number 3, Sri Lanka, Huey Bowman third at $2.70. The fourth went to number 2, and that was Runs on Dreams. Bondbird, trained by Graham Rogerson, by Bluebird from Palace Bound, is owned by the Honey Boy Proprietary Limited Syndicate, managed by Jim Keel in partnership with the trainer Graham Rogerson and Mr. Joe S. Opray. A 4-year-old bay mare, 16 starts, 2 wins, 3 seconds, 4 thirds. But that was her race as it turned out. It was to be hoped that speed was on. It was. She's a strong finishing mare, and down the outskirts of the track she raced over the last 300 metres to gobble them up and put them away.
Yep, Bonbird and Rod Quinn taking the 4th at Rose Hill. Interstate dividends are starting to come through. We'll be back to Rose Hill for the 5th. A Class 6 over 1400. Unfortunately, we're back to the small fields with the next, and no third dividend, just 7 runners going around.
Field of 7 for this. Oakfield Prince going up into line now. Corral Boy at 180, having a look at the tote for the final time. Oakfield Prince 530 and Sea Fighter 670. Philo Badeau, the final one to load in the white and the pale green sash for Andrew Gibbons. Starter heading over towards the platform. Corral Boy favourite for trainer Bob Milligan, Terry Trikel. Standing okay in the gates. Philo Badeau goes up now and the field is set to run. 1400 open, race number 3. Corral Boy from gate 2. Set to run. And they're racing. Touch slow, Corral Boy and Star of Windsor missed it by 4 lengths. Sea Fighter along the inside was the best to begin with. Oakfield Prince showing a bit of pace, and Yes Ministers is up there close as well. As they complete 200 metres, Oakfield Prince rolls to the front by 2 lengths Sea Fighter, and Yes Ministers third the outside. 2.5 lengths away, Shannon Magic settling down in 4th off the pace. Corral Boy 5th the inner. Then Philo Badeau and 5 lengths Star of Windsor. Sea Fighter the leader off the back at the 900 by 2 lengths Yes Ministers, and Oakfield Prince third the inside. 2.5 Shannon Magic 4th, and Corral Boy 5th on the inside, about 4.5 to 5 off the lead. Philo Badeau second last, and Star of Windsor 2 lengths away at the tail of the 700. Sea Fighter the leader for Alan Robinson leads by 2 lengths. Yes Ministers second on the outside, doing the work. It covers up Oakfield Prince. 3 lengths Shannon Magic, Corral Boy. They haven't loafed. 2 lengths Philo Badeau, and Star of Windsor last of the 7 as they come to the corner. Sea Fighter at the 400 leads by 3 parts. Oakfield Prince, Yes Ministers. Shannon Magic peeling out 4 wide. Philo Badeau and Corral Boy down the outside. 250 out. Sea Fighter claimed by Corral Boy up the centre. The favourite hits the front. Corral Boy from Shannon Magic trying to go with it. Then Oakfield Prince, Sea Fighter battling out the minors. But Corral Boy at the 100. It's cruising and is in front by 3 lengths Shannon Magic. And the favourite too classy for them. 9 from 14 now, and Corral Boy wins from Shannon Magic. Photo third, Philo Badeau, Oakfield Prince, Sea Fighter, and then Star of Windsor and Yes Ministers last to finish. Too good, Corral Boy number 1. 1:23.41 the race time, 1:23.41, 33.98 the last 600, 33.98, 98, 33.98 last 600. Won the winner, Corral Boy, at 170 and 130. In one foul swoop, just went bang at the 200 and has race clear to win. We await on the official numbers to come through. Corral Boy number 1 the winner.
All right, Matt, 1-3, and we'll stand by for third. Star of Windsor missing the kick very badly there at Newcastle. Now, the Derby is only 6 minutes away. Runners are just heading out onto the course at Flemington. Viscount, $3.40. Euston of $2.30. The report is they've both been turned out looking a treat today. Viscount in particular. Amalfi, $5.30. Sirkan Damon, $17. 49 Sir Anabar, $70 Saturday Fever. Zarek, $63, and National Chase at $45. 67 Pentastic, 15 Tully's Eel, 23 Thunderhawk, and the backs factor is at 46. For the Victoria Derby, 5 minutes away. Newcastle.
that doesn't make the hairs on the back of the neck stand up. There's something wrong. A magnificent moment before the Amy Victoria Derby. They're going to the stalls. Shortly we'll check in with Roy Higgins, Simon Marshall and John Letts. Let's go down.
Viscount 351.63, Amalfi on 670 the win, 180 the place. Then we have Sir Khan Damon at 1680, 280 out to 10 Tully Zeal, 21 the win, 340 the place.
For the Derby for 2001. The X Factor coming forward now, and it's Houston off favourite from Viscount and Amalfi, and the trio dominate the market here. Bart Cummings going for his 6th Derby. Johnny Hawkes has won it twice, back in 75 with Galena Boy, in more recent times with Arena. And the rookie trainer is Peter Moody with Amalfi with Damien Oliver up. These horses have had their preparations timed right to the minute. Great side here, Dean. Probably close to 90,000 people here at Flemington. Conditions ideal.
Every bit of it, Brian. And, yeah, it'll be a major shock if the winner comes outside of the top 3, won't it? I mean, in other years, there's usually more chances to the Derby, but this year it looks like anything outside the top 3 would be a major shock.
Who do you see leading?
I'm tipping the Backs Factor might go forward, and Tully Zeal from Barrier 1. And that will play right into the hands of Eustenoff and Amalfi, who are nicely drawn. Viscount will press forward. He just needs to get a bit of cover so that he can relax to run the trip. But I think the Backs Factor and Tully Zeal are the two we might look for to go forward early.
OK, they're just about ready for the Derby here, the Amy Victoria Derby, the 147th running of the race. It's an older race in the Melbourne Cup. Sir Khan Damon, who won the Geelong Derby trial at their carnival, and they're ready to go. The gates are locked behind. They're set to run in the Derby. Stand by for a start. Lights are blinking. All ready to run. Line good. They're off and running. Came out in a good line. Sir Khan Damon, one of the first out with Fantastic. And also the Backs Factor and Tully Zeal. And wider out here, Saturday Fever from Viscount. Further out, Thunderhawk from Zarek, and further back in the race, Amalfi. Straight to the back goes Eustenoff, and second last is Serena Bar going out of the straight. Out of the 2,200 metre mark, and the Backs Factor has gone to the front of the Derby, a length and a half. Fantastic. Saturday Fever's gone up 3 deep, and Tully Zeal is on the fence. It's running fourth as Saturday Fever goes up at the outside of the Backs Factor at the 2,000 metre mark. The Backs Factor a half in front of Saturday Fever, and the pace is generous. 2 lengths for the back, Fantastic. A length into Thunderhawk, fourth. A length for the back, Tully Zeal. Viscount's got into a good position, went off the fence, running 6, followed by Sir Khan Damon. Zarek on the outside of it, a length and a half for the back, Amalfi. Got onto the heels, just had to check slightly from National Chase. 2 lengths for the back, Serena Bar, and 2.5 to the favourite, Eustenoff last of all. At the 1,600 metre mark, and the Backs Factor in front. Nearly a neck to a half length in front now from Saturday Fever. They slow the speed in front. Fantastic has gone on the rail to run third, a length and a half for the back, Thunderhawk. Then Tully Zeal, who's pulling a little, running fifth. On the outside of it, Viscount has settled down now. Further back in the race, Zarek covering up on the inside, Sir Khan Damon. 2 lengths for the back, National Chase. The inside of it, Amalfi, has settled a little better. Further back, then Eustenoff's gone up on the outside of Serena Bar. At Chiquita Lodge, they race now, and Tully Zeal, he had trouble holding it. Tully Zeal has taken off around the outside to lead the Derby now. A length in front of the Backs Factor, and ahead on the outside, Saturday Fever. A length and a half, Fantastic fourth. A half length for the back, Thunderhawk. It's running fifth, and further back, Viscount's had a lovely run. He's sixth there, followed by Zarek. Then on the inside, Sir Khan Damon. A length for the back, then Amalfi coming off the rail. National Chase outside it, 2 lengths for the back, Eustenoff, and Serena Bar on the inside of it. At the 800 metre mark in the Derby, and the leader is Tully Zeal. A half length in front now from Saturday Fever. Thunderhawk is taking off around the outside. The Backs Factor back on the inside of Fantastic. Behind those, Viscount. National Chase taking off around the outside of Amalfi. Eustenoff is back at the tail with Serena Bar when they turn for home. On the inside, Tully Zeal tackled by Thunderhawk and Saturday Fever. Further out, Zarek, and down the outside now Amalfi. Viscount behind them. Serena Bar back last, second last, Eustenoff. Halfway up the running across the track, Amalfi and Zarek the maiden on the inside of it. They're followed further back of the race by Eustenoff and National Chase. It's Zarek the inside and Amalfi. Amalfi's got its head in front of Zarek, followed further back by Fantastic. Amalfi just in front. Coming back as Zarek on the inside. Amalfi, Zarek, they hit the line. Amalfi, I'd say a nose over Zarek as they hit it third home on the inside. Fantastic. Further back, Sir Khan Damon. Eustenoff didn't finish off, neither did Viscount. Then National Chase, further back, Tully Zeal. Well back in the race, Thunderhawk, followed by Serena Bar. A gap to Saturday Fever, and the Backs Factor is last of all.
Another win for Damien Oliver, 3 Amalfi, 6.90 the winner, $1.80 for the place in a photo, 7 Zarek, Greg Charles if it gets it, 62.30 and 7.60, 9 Fantastic, $12.
Amalfi gets the Derby, number 3. Number 3 gets the photo, Amalfi, ridden by Damien Oliver. has put his head out to beat the maiden, number 7, Zarak. And third home is number 9, and that is Fantastic. 3, 7 and 9 and 234.6. Right down to the line, only a short half head on the post. And it's Amalfi who had to be checked off heels, going along the back when they dropped the speed from a good clip. He had to come back for Oliver and just slightly check him and bring him back. He then relaxed, and that's what's won the race for him. Coming down the middle of the track with a great run, Zarak, the maiden horse, went with him. And they settled down for a great battle ahead of Fantastic. Eustinoff was grinding away, and that's all he was doing back behind them with Viscount. But these horses up front, the 1, 2, 3, they'd broken clear. And Amalfi was going to win by a neck, but Zarak wouldn't lay down. And they came to the line with Oliver adopting more of the South African style, and that's to throw the horse's head right at the line, put the whip away and just throw it to the line over Zarak. And in a photo, this one has got there right on the post for Peter Moody. What a great thrill for Peter. The boy from Charleville, who's got a satellite stable here at Caulfield, has created an enormous impression in the short time he's been here in Melbourne, Peter Moody. And anyone who wanted to listen, he wanted to tell everyone that this horse could win the Derby today. And most of us thought he couldn't beat numbers 1 and 2. But he has. Number 3 at 570 and 170. Zarak yet to win a race.
All right, the Toads, 3 Amalfi. 690 the win, 180 the place, 7 Zarak, 760, 9 Fantastic, $12. Quinella, $138, the exact.
Ustinov, one of the slowest to bounce out, in fact, from his position down on the inside of Amalfi's going to get back there too. Saturday Fever began fast. Tully's Eel, Fantastic, and the Backs Factor are all fighting for the lead as well as they head towards the turn out of the straight. Now, Ustinov's about 3 lengths last, and they make the turn out of the straight at the 2200. The Backs Factor's in front of Fantastic, Tully's Eel, and Saturday Fever. Right behind them is Viscount getting a good trail at the turn out of the straight. Thunderhawk improving around him. A length and a half Sakan Damon, and they're trailed by Zarak. 3 lengths Amalfi, followed by National Chase, and then there's another 2.5 lengths Seranabar, and about 4 lengths last of all is Ustinov. But the pace is nice and generous at the 1800, set by the Backs Factor. Saturday Fever's a neck away, and Fantastic gets a beautiful trail third. They're followed by Thunderhawk fourth. He's a length and a half in front from Tully's Eel, and then Viscount on the outside. A length Sakan Damon ridden away from the speed. He's midfield the inside of Zarak, and then Amalfi. He's getting a little bit tightened over on the inside there, followed by National Chase. The pace has dropped out of the race a little here. Seranabar and Ustinov is last of all, out past the 1400 metres now, and the Backs Factor made play 3/4. Saturday Fever, Fantastic third. Tully's Eel's wanting to pull and is starting to stride forward now. He's followed by Thunderhawk, and then came Viscount. A length and a half behind these, or 2 or 3 lengths then to Sakan Damon and Zarak. The pace is on again. A break of 3 or 4 lengths behind these horses is Amalfi over on the inside as they came up the side from National Chase. Then 3 lengths away to Ustinov and Seranabar as they came up the side, and Tully's Eel has gone to the lead after pulling mid-race, and it's Tully's Eel for Jim Cassidy. Out by 2 lengths the Backs Factor. Saturday Fever a length and a half. Fantastic fourth the inside, and then Thunderhawk, who's handy enough too, to Zarak, and then Viscount. He's niggled that over on the inside, followed by Amalfi, National Chase, and then Sakan Damon still 2 lengths away. Ustinov, Paddy Payne riding a very patient race as they swing the corner, and Seranabar is last. They fan across the track, entering the straight at the 500 metres now. Saturday Fever moved up to Tully's Eel. Sakan Damon going for the rails. Here's Amalfi, Zarak, and National Chase putting in runs down the outside. Viscount can't go on, and Ustinov's got a big job to do at the 200 metres. It's Amalfi racing after Zarak. Fantastic getting a run on the inside, and then came National Chase. Amalfi, Zarak, Fantastic the inside, 100 to go. Amalfi and Zarak fighting out the race. Amalfi the outside, Zarak, they hit the line. Photo finish. Amalfi or Zarak, maybe Amalfi in a desperately close go. Just behind them, Fantastic's run third from Sakan Damon, Ustinov, National Chase and Viscount. They were followed then by Tully's Eel, Seranabar, and then came Thunderhawk towards the tail of the field. A couple more coming in, Saturday Fever, and the Backs Factor is last. It's a photo finish.
And the judge gave it to Amalfi, number 3. He just got in and won the Derby. Amalfi, ridden by Damien Oliver and trained by Peter Moody at Eagle Farm. Zarek, number 7, ran second, ridden by Greg Childs. Look at the margin. A very, very narrow one as they hit the line. And Pentastic, number 9, ridden by Corey Brown, back in third spot at 14.30 for a place. The totes are 5.70, 1.70 Amalfi, 11.40 Zarek, 14.30 for Pentastic, 178.40 Quinella, 360 Exacta, trifecta $5,819. It's been billed very much all week as a clash between Ustinov and Viscount. Who would have thought that they wouldn't have finished in the first 3 placings? So Damien Oliver starts his carnival on a great note. Cox Plate last Saturday, Northerly, Victoria Derby, Flemington today with Amalfi, the Queenslander. Let's head to Doomben.